Michelle from the Athlete Center here. I am here today to give you or share with you a warm-up that incorporates load. So warm-ups, of course, are meant to prepare your body for what's to come. So if you are loading your body, then it is smart to incorporate some light load and some warm-up movements. So the movements that I'm going to give today will incorporate squatting, hinging, lunging, pressing and pulling. So it is a nice variety, something that you could use for any type of workout. So yes, grab some light weights. I've got one dumbbell and one kettlebell. I'll show you the versions with each, depending on what you have for your own equipment. This also, it would be good to do after maybe a body weight warm-up, and we have a couple of those that we've shared with already, so you can look at some body weight warm-ups on our YouTube channel or IGTV. So anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to go through some deadlifts, then some rows with deadlifts, some halos with squats, some goblet reverse lunges, and some presses. So let's get started. I'll start with the kettlebell versions. So kettlebell for the deadlifts, you can hang here, and then for the dumbbells, you can grip in the middle here. So here we go, we're gonna do 5 of everything. We're gonna do Romanian deadlifts, so straight leg deadlifts, but of course there is a little bit of a micro bend in our knees, hips, or feet are underneath hips, and you're gonna send that bum back. And again, we're just warming up, so play around with what your range of motion is. Nice long back, send the bum back, long neck, not looking up, but following the spine. Okay, good, one more. Then we're gonna place that weight in one hand, remain in a square stance, send that bum back for a deadlift again, and then we're gonna row up, and then back up again. Okay, send the hips back, row, and then come back up again. Okay, as we row, let your arm come through a little bit of protraction, row up to break the plane of your back, and then control back down again. So we don't need to stay locked in this shoulder down and position. You want to explore that full range of motion that your shoulder and your shoulder blade have, but within control. So it doesn't feel like you're just hanging out on your joints there. Last one on the right. Good, and then we're gonna switch to the left. Same thing, send the bum back, row at the bottom, and then up. So we're getting lots of deadlifts here. That's 2. Again, neck and head are following the spine. No need to look up. Think feeling lengthening from the head. And that bum is just going straight back. Good, last one. Good. Now, with the kettlebell, we're gonna do halos. I personally like to hold it like this, with the horns down, and you're going to circle your head. So we're getting some nice shoulder movements. Come back to the middle, we're gonna do a goblet squat. Then we're gonna go the other way. So let's do 3 on each side for a total of 6 squats, okay? So as we go around our head, we wanna make sure that those ribs aren't flaring out and you're not compensating in this way, that we're trying to get the movement from the shoulder. If you're limited in your shoulder mobility, you can always raise the bell up and do a smaller circle higher above your head. Or you can just stick to the squat. All right, so now we're gonna keep the bell here and we're gonna do a loaded reverse lunge. So, feet are underneath your hips, and that back leg goes back, shares the load, so it's not all on your front leg. A lot of people, maybe you step back too far. That knee comes to a hover, doesn't touch the ground, and you're not on a beam. So don't worry about crossing your path like so. Make sure that you're sort of staying in that position as though you're on skis and sliding back. Good. Feeling a nice contact with the floor with your front foot. Last one. Good. Press press version with one bell or one dumbbell, and we're just gonna bring it overhead, okay? We don't need to come straight through over top. We're just pressing up and pressing down from what we would call almost a rack position, okay? That's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, going through round 2, I'm gonna switch to our dumbbell version. So, RDLs, send the bum back, that dumbbell or kettlebell grazes those thighs, and back up to a nice tall stand. Squeeze your bum at the top. Don't stick those hips forward. That's 3. Maybe you're exploring a little bit larger range of motion, but with these we want to make sure that our shoulders don't dip below our hips. We don't need to go that low. Okay, transfer the weight over to the right. RDL with a row. Good. Again, we're warming up. So we're doing light weights, intentional movements, exploring our full range of motion. Good, one more on this side. You'll notice I've got my opposite hand on my rib and my pelvis. That's so that I can feel that I'm remain stacked of my ribs over my pelvis. So I have a tendency to arch, so it keeps me in check. Straight on up, squeeze the bum. A little bum squeeze at the top will likely prevent you from doing any sort of hip forward movement. Good, last one. Okay, come on up, we're gonna do our halo. So this is what it would look like with the dumbbell. Get into a squat stance, 3 in each direction, into a goblet squat. Good, again, trying to make sure that diaphragm or that those ribs stay stacked over pelvis, they're not flaring out. And we'll do 3 in each direction. Okay, last one. Beauty. Okay, press. So you can do it with one dumbbell, overhead, or of course the option too is to do single-sided presses. Maybe more specific to your workout. Exhale as it comes up, inhale as it comes down, nice and slow and controlled. There you go. There is a good loaded warm-up that addresses most of the movements that you might explore with a loaded workout.